Alright guys, this is very important. Pay attention to this session. This is very critical. This is what's gonna help you become a multi-millionaire and grow your wealth exponentially. So I need y'all to pay attention to this video very carefully. Put a lot of intention into this. Okay, so how does compound interest work? Compound interest works by earning interest not only on your initial principal but also on the accumulated interest from previous periods, leading to exponential growth of your investment over time. That's what compound interest is. Alright? So basically, you have an investment that's earning you a rate of return, I don't know, 5% or 10%. Instead of you taking the profits, the earnings from the investment, you are putting it back for reinvestment, and now it's growing, it's getting bigger and bigger. Compounding interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. Albert Einstein. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I really agree with that. This is very powerful. What I'm about to teach you, this is how people build wealth. Very critical to know. Very important. Okay. So compounding interest is the increasing value of an asset or debt due to accumulated interest. So you could, if you got if you have a loan and you owe somebody interest, that can build up from the compounding effect. If you have an asset, something of value, say you got like a stock or crypto, and you're staking it, and it's earning you interest, it can build up and grow exponentially over time. Compounding interest works on both assets and liabilities. When you are compounding your investments, reinvest your earnings daily. Critical, very critical. And or add contributions daily if you're making regular contributions. This makes the compounding effect more powerful. That's a pro tip for you that I've added that in for you so that you can maximize your investments and grow your investments exponentially. If you can set your reinvestments daily, do it. If you can't do it daily, then do it weekly. Because if you do it daily, it'll be more powerful. You're averaging the prices out more. It compounds. You'll get more compounding effect out of it. Especially over 5 or 10 or 15 years, it makes a massive difference. If you're gonna add contributions to your investment, all right. Do it daily if you can. If you can't do it daily, then do it weekly or fortnightly. But ultimately, the more frequency that you give, the more powerful the compounding effect is. Even if it's a very small amount that you're buying daily, it's still more powerful than you just doing it every week or every fortnight. So say you want to do $10 a week. Alright, you want to do $10 a week. Instead of doing it $10 a week, maybe you do $2 a day, so that you're spreading it out into 7 parts. So it's buying it every day. It averages out nicer, and you're maximizing your investment. And the same with contributions. You can do the same amount of contributions, but you're just breaking it down into smaller daily contributions, if you know what I mean. So that's a little pro tip for you. Not many people will teach you that. Not many people even know about it. But I thought I'd share that with you. Compounding is interest on interest, allowing returns to increase exponentially over time. I'm going to share some examples with you in a minute. I'm going to run some projections with you so you'll understand how it works. Compounding, okay, think of it like a plant, all right? You put a little seed into the soil. You keep watering it, and then you keep watering it. Over time, that plant is growing bigger and bigger and bigger. It's the same with compounding from an analogical perspective. That's the best analogy that I can come up with. You know, you're watering it, that you're giving it nutrients so that plant can grow. You see, it's the same. It's the same with compounding. You know. But enough for me explaining it. I would rather show you how to do it, or show you how it works. Okay, so say you make a $1,000 investment. All right. You buy. Okay, let's say you buy $1,000 of XRP, for example, or Bitcoin. Okay. You're earning 10% interest rate. Okay, that's your annual interest rate. You're compounding daily. Alright, your investment length is 25 years. It can be more, it can be less. If we calculate it, that's how much you will have. After 25 years, you just turn your $1,000 into $12,178. That's pretty amazing. That's just you from you reinvesting all the interest into the investment. You know, as you can see right here, if you look on the left here, you can see the interest is building up. See how it's building up over here? You didn't make any more deposits or contributions. You only did the $1,000 deposit. See how powerful it gets over time? So within almost 8 years, you doubled your interest. So you practically doubled your money in 7 years? Slightly under 7 years you doubled your money. Very powerful. And what if you want to compound your money and make it more powerful? You can play with the interest rate. 20% might be a bit harder to find an investment that pays 20% compounded daily, but it's possible. You would have $148,000 from a $1,000 investment, compounded over 25 years. I mean, look at it. Look at the interest accruing. You know? See, the more time you give it, alright, the more powerful the compounding becomes. It's very important to understand that. Okay, say that's not enough for you. What if you made a monthly contribution of $100? Let's see what number you get. Or you know what, let's be conservative. Some of y'all don't have a... We'll start off with a smaller number. $50 a month. Most people can do that. You would have over $250,000 you will have just from making an investment of $1,000. All right, making a contribution of $50 a month. All right, over 25 years you will have $593,000. $593,652. Isn't that amazing? Okay, what if you want $1 million? Alright, let's play with it. Alright, that's how you want to make $1 million. You will need $1,000, a monthly contribution of $100, which most of y'all can afford. Interest rate of 20%, compounded daily, an investment length of 25 years, you'll have over $1 million. Pretty amazing, you know. A compounding effect is very powerful, you know. And like I said, alright, your contributions, if you're doing extra contributions, do the contributions daily if you can. If you can do daily contributions, I can't do it on this calculator, it will not let me. Alright, if you can do daily contributions, this number, this total number will be much higher. It'll be like 1.2, 1.3 million. And that does not require anything different. Does not require anything different. Alright? Does not require anything different. The same contribution, but you're spreading it out daily. That this number will be much higher. Alright. What if you want more? Like, let's do 30 years. Whew. Over 30 years, it jumps to 2.8 million. It's amazing. That if you look here, most of it is interest. 99% of it is interest. And you look at the growth there of your investment. Very powerful. And you can see the interest there just accruing big time. Massive. The interest alone, $503,000 a year. I mean, most people can retire off that. Or even 83 grand a year. Most people could retire off that. That's the middle class salary, I guess. Very minimal investment. And you can play with these numbers on your own. There's a website there, calculator.net. And you can do this not just with crypto. You can do this with stocks or bonds, real estate. It's not just for crypto. I want y'all to know that. You can do this with other asset classes as well. You know, if you have stocks and you can reinvest the dividends, it's the same concept. So like for example, if we go on Nexo, look at that. Earn high yield on your crypto with daily compounding and no lockups. So you could do it on Nexo if you wanted to. I'm not promoting Nexo or anything. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm just showing you that you could do it right now if you wanted to. Yeah, build your wealth faster with up to 14% annual interest rate paid out every day. So you get about 6% on Bitcoin, or you get up to 12% on XDC, 14% on Polkadot. Pretty powerful, guys, I'm telling you. Anyway, I really hope you learned something. I truly do.